Hello and welcome to another SkaredCast battle report. Today we're here at the Computer Nook in Sudbury, Ontario, and we're having a big mega battle. 4 players, 1,500 points per player, and we have Necrons and Imperial Guard allied versus Eldar and Dark Eldar. We'll be going over the armies. Sit tight. So this is the Necrons and the Imperial Guard. We have Alex and Jeff, and they're going to destroy us today. So, Jeff, what do you have in your Imperial Guard army?
Well, it's being led by Yark today, and a command squad with 4 snipers. The platoon command squad is going to just be bringing 2 regular troops. It's also bringing 2 vets, some nice Forge World snipers that are Ratlings, and of course the applicable Marbo. And then we have 2 Lehman Russes, Hellhound, a Chimera, and a Sentinel.
And fantastic. Okay, Alex, in your Necron list we have
an Overlord equipped with War Scythe, Mind Shackle Scarab, Sempiternal Weave, 3 Cryptex of Destruction for their long-range shots, which will be sitting in the Ghost Ark, which is taken with the 10 Warriors. We have another 10 Warriors. Their ideal is to sit beside the Ghost Ark, and when they take damage, be repaired. We have 10 Immortals, led by the Lord in a Night Scythe, that will be coming in for surgical strikes. Also attached to them is a Cryptic of the Storm for a lightning field, so when they're charged, they will get that defensive shot back. 5 Destroyers for some strong firepower, and of course the quintessential Doom Scythes to wreak absolute havoc on enemy armor.
Fantastic. So that's 1,500 points, 1,500 points, 3,000 points of Necron Imperial Guard. So you know my army, but let's get started with Mark. Hey Mark, how are you doing? Okay, let's do this. In your Eldar army, today we have an Avatar.
Yes, an Avatar. Wraith Lord. And his companion, the Spirit Seer one.
The Wraith Seer from Forge World with a disruption cannon, or D-cannon.
And Wraith Guard with the concealed Warlock.
Yep.
And Fire Dragons.
Yep.
2 outflanking Warwalkers.
With dual scatter lasers.
And we got some Pathfinders.
Yep.
2 separate units. And we have a big squad of Guardians.
With a Warlock.
Yep, with Embolden.
With Embolden, and of course, Mr. Avatar. That's 1,500 points. Not very much. And now we go on to the Dark Eldar. I've switched up the thing a bit just to put in a few things that I haven't used in a while. Leading the army is the Archon with his Incubi in a Venom, of course. 2 units of 10 Warriors with Splinter Cannons, 1 of them in a Raider. 2 units of 3 Reaver Jet Bikes with Heat Lancers. An 8-man unit of Witches with Haywire Grenades, with a Homunculus with a Liquefire Gun in a Raider. 7 Rex with a Liquefire Gun in a Raider with Grizzly Trophies. 5 Witches in a Venom. 2 Ravagers with 3 Lancers, and of course the stock Razorwing with Disintegrator Cannons and Missiles. So, when we return, we'll go over the mission and deployment. Stay tuned. We got the Relic mission, which in this case the Relic will be an old Blood Bowl trophy that I have, and Vanguard deployment. So the Eldar Dark Eldar combo, we asked our opponents to go first, and we're splitting up the table, and they're going to be deploying. Okay, deployment for the Imperial Guard. We have 3 Ratlings that have infiltrated on this flank. We have Heavy Weapon Team, Lehman Russ, Senior Officer with the Master of Ordnance, Hellhound, Chimera with Platoon Squad in there? Platoon Squad. Platoon Command Squad with Melter Guns. A squad with a missile launcher, a bunch of destroyers, Veteran Squad with plasmas, Veteran Squad with plasmas, Wraiths, Squad, Infantry Squad, Sentinel with an auto cannon, Warriors, Lehman Russ, Ghost Ark with Cryptex, Warriors, and last but not least, 3rd Infantry Squad. In reserve, they have 2 Doom Scythes and a Night Scythe with Immortals, a Cryptek, and an Overlord. For the Eldar, Dark Eldar, the Meldar forces. Infiltrated Pathfinders in that building. Archon and Incubi. Witches. Ravager. Fire Dragons. Warriors in here with Splinter Cannon up top. Then we have Witches in the back. A Rex in the barge. An empty Raider with some Warriors. In the front we have a Wraith Lord, a Wraith Seer, an Avatar, Guardians, Wraith Guard, and last but not least, infiltrated Pathfinders right next to the Relic. And in reserve we have 2 outflanking Scatter Laser Warwalkers, 2 3-man Reaver Jetbike units, and of course the Razorwing. We'll be back after turn 1. We're going to try and steal the initiative, and no, it doesn't happen. And you guys laugh at us. Turn 1. Jeff, do you want to tell us what happened?
We killed Pathfinders for first blood.
That's right. That's right. All these Pathfinders died horribly to a Hellhound shot, and then
2,500 points. Killed 5 Pathfinders.
a lot of shooting killed the Pathfinders at the end, earning the Imperial Guard Necron team first blood. As you can see, the army moved up, and 2 wounds were put on this Wraith Lord, on the green Wraith Lord, and these guys took a bunch of casualties, but of course they're fearless thanks to the Avatar. Okay, we'll be moving on to Meldar, turn 1. Dark Eldar, turn 1. We killed the Hellhound. We knocked the battle cannon off the battle tank, and I killed a warrior, killed a guardsman in that unit, and didn't do much else. Oh, and pinned the Rattling Snipers. And we'll be back. This is how we moved up. We just kind of maneuvered forward. The Wraithseer cast a power that every Wraith unit within 6 inches of it, if it dies, you roll 6, it gets back up with 1 wound. So trying to keep that Wraith Lord alive. And the Dark Eldar are moving in hot. And of course, Necron reserves to see if they show up. We have 2 Doom Scythes. Both show up. And a Night Scythe that shows up as well. The Doom Scythes and Night Scythes showed up. Killed all the witches in the raider there, knocked down both venoms, killed 2 incubi and 2 witches from that unit. 2 of the fire dragons have died, and 1 of this warrior unit has died. The Wraith Lord did fall over and die and stay dead, and they put a wound on the Avatar and 2 wounds on the Wraithseer. They also knocked out that raider right there, and have maneuvered in a good cone-shaped firing position. Okay, so now we'll be rolling for reserves. Remember, I'm at we are at -1 because of the reserves, but I get to re-roll them thanks to my Warlord. So we'll do 2 jetpack units, needing 4s. 1, and the other one does not come in. I'm going to re-roll the one that doesn't come in. And he does. And then the Razorwing. And he shows up too. So my reserves have shown up. Mark, your reserves. 2 outflanking Warwalkers. Needing 4s to come in. 1 comes in. The Razorwing showed up, blasted into the unit and killed a few, putting 1 wound onto the Lord. We were able to snapshot and stun that, snapshot and prevent that from shooting, the 2 Doom Scythes, so they can move around, but they can't shoot. Killed 1 Wraith and put a wound on another one with the Lancers from the Ravagers and these little unit of Guardians. Didn't do anything to that flyer. The Archon and Incubi ran into the warriors in that building and ran everybody down. The Avatar ran into the lightning field, taking a bunch of wounds, and then actually won combat, so that was good. And then on this side, the 2 Reaver Jetbike units, 1 charged into the Rattlings and killed them. The other one killed a last cannon and tried to charge in, but then failed miserably. And we're moving on to turn 3. Marbo has to try and come in. Does he? He does. Turn 3, as you can see, there's a lot dead. This knocked out the Ravager and killed the Pathfinder process. Both these Doom Scythes moved up. 1 snapshot at that Ravager did nothing. 1 at these Warriors did nothing. The Jetbikes, the 2 from the 2 units, there's only 1 left with a pain token. These kind of maneuvered back to face the new threat. On the back, we had a lot of maneuvering and shooting. A lot of stuff died. All the Wraithguard is dead. All the Guardians are dead. Marbo showed up right here with his demo charge. In other news, the Incubi and his Archon passed all the saves they needed to make, and the Avatar wiped out that unit with the Necron Lord after passing the Mind Shackle Scarabs. And now he's free to roam. He's only got 1 wound left, but he's in the midfield. We're moving on to Meldar turn 3. Everything kind of moved up. We need to try get the relic. The Fire Dragon soaked up the Overwatch from those warriors, and the Avatar moved in and held them up for 10, killing a couple. The Wraiths took 3 wounds worth, or 2 wounds from a lot of shooting. They made a lot of saves. My Archon and Incubi and my Witches charged into that Imperial Guard squad back there and killed them. And then the Reaver jetpack boosted over there. And Marvel's at 1 wound. The Razorwing moved in and shot with its remaining missiles, killing 2 of the destroyers and knocking out a few of that guard squad that is still alive. Okay, so now we're moving into Imperial Guard and Necron, turn 4. And I forgot, on this flank, the Pathfinders moved up, and the 2 Warwalkers showed up, and they were able to take another hull point off this, and that was about it, really. But these flyers are now in an odd position, so they're going to either have to fly off the board to come in turn 5, or do nothing for a couple of turns.
Another turn for you.
Turn 4 recap. Then Guard and Necrons moved up, did a bunch of shooting, killed almost all the racks, 1 survived. Marbo tried to charge a unit of warriors, but they killed them on Overwatch. The Avatar is still slugging along against all these wraiths and these warriors. The Fire Dragon missed the Ghost Arc, but the Ravager did 2 pens on the Ghost Arc and blew off 2 of its gun systems. The Witches failed to charge into the Sentinel, and the Archon threw a grenade into that Leman Russ, stripping a hull point, immobilizing it, and then charging and doing nothing. And then over here, the Pathfinders kind of stayed put. The Warwalkers moved around shooting at some flyers, putting a few wounds here and there. Alex is actually going to be having to head out soon, so I think we're going to call it game at this point. It's been an absolute fantastic game. The Razorwing moved over here to these heavy weapons, trying to move across the open field to get some first blood. Tallying it up at the moment. Jeff, what's our tally so far?
Oh, I think you got 3.
It's we got
2 from...
So 1 Warlord and
1
killing
for
a
the
character for the challenge.
And Linebreaker.
Linebreaker. You guys have First Blood. Nobody controls the relic. I think that's the one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any last words there, Jeff?
Yeah. Damn, turn 5 didn't come.
Mark.
Well, it was a great game, lots of fun. We're going to do this every week.
There you go. And Alex.
Necrons never die.
Yes, they do. They did die right here.
Those keep coming back.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for watching. Of course, you can check out the blog and the podcast sites. And we try and strive to bring you painted models on painted terrain. Some of these were base coated, except for the Ghost Arc, so just turn your eyes. But everybody tried to bring as many painted models as possible to make a great, fun, big game for you all to enjoy. Cheers, and see you next time.